Here's a preview of my latest acquisitions. Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and a little organizer from Target to store it all in. Let's have a look at my yarn haul. Hi, my name's April. Welcome to Crafting in the Night. If you're new here, on this channel we share all kinds of crochet related content, including a weekly podcast, sharing my works in progress, patterns, stitch tutorials, and more. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you my latest yarn acquisition. Well, crochet related acquisitions. On Thursday, I went to Michaels, and on Saturday, I went to Hobby Lobby, and I did pick up a few things. So let's have a look. I'm going to get started with Hobby Lobby because that's the smaller of the two. I've got my bags right here. Let's get started. The first thing that I saw and I couldn't pass up was this super cute Gnome WIP bag. I mean, how adorable is that, right? And I don't think this was on sale. It's 10 bucks and it's nice. I'm going to love having a favorite project in that, and just carrying that around is going to be inspiring. So I had to pick that up. Next up, we have, now I originally went to Hobby Lobby for their white sparkle yarn, and the reason I wanted that is because I use it in several projects that I have going right now, and I was running out. So this is used in my Granny Illusion blanket. It's also used in this blanket back here, this Rainbow Waves blanket. So I needed some more of that. So I did pick up, let's see here, 4 skeins of that. So we've got 4 skeins of this metallic white, and all of the yarn was 30% off at Hobby Lobby on Saturday. So these ring up at $4.99, but then they were 30% off, which is a good deal. Hobby Lobby does tend to rotate that 30% off special. I don't know what the cycle is, at least every couple weeks it seems like. So I only shop at Hobby Lobby for yarn when it's 30% off. Next up, I have 4 skeins, I'll show you too, of this color, and it's super cute. It's like a very, very light pink yarn. So what might show up white in the camera is actually very light pink. And then it's got these little flecks of pink and green in it. And I got 4 skeins of this one. Oops. I got 4 skeins of this one. And then to go with it, let me put these down. To go with it, I got 1 skein of this super pretty pink sparkle. This is called Pinky Toes. So what I'm thinking is that together, I can use this just as a very slight contrasting color, or maybe even just for a ruffle, like do the whole blanket in this color. And actually, yeah, I got 5 of these. So do the whole blanket in this. There's 252 yards or 230 meters per skein. So that gives me what, about 1,250 yards. So that should be a decent amount for a baby blanket. It is a number 4 weight yarn. So I'll do the main color in this, just the whole blanket, and then probably just do a ruffle in this pink. And I think that's going to be super, super cute. And then the last color that I got is also 5 skeins of this. It's another print. This one's called Fruit Salad. And it's, again, it's got a lighter color. This one does look like a more white or maybe off-white cream base, but it's pretty white. And then such a beautiful rainbow of flecks in there. So, so pretty. And I got 5 of these as well. Now, originally I was going to do something similar to the pink and just have a whole blanket made of this. And then I thought I had a skein of one of the blues to be able already, of the blue sparkle, to be able to add a border. But then when I got home, I have been planning this other blanket that I was originally going to do like white granny squares and then kind of colored log cabin effect, but in multiple pieces, like not one big log cabin blanket. Anyway, I'm still planning it out, but now that I think about it, this yarn with all of these colors would be great for the neutral color for what I was going to use white in. And then if I picked up maybe a skein of each of these main colors in here, that could work really well for that blanket I'm planning. So I still need to figure it out, but that's kind of got me excited to see if I can make that work. So that's the last of the yarn that I got. And the last two things that I got are this Gnome. Yeah, Gnome is where the yarn is. And I can kind of, it's a tape measure. So, and then it stays out and you can press a little button and it'll shush back in, which is really cool. And then this is the back, just has some gnomes. So that's super cute. I picked that up just to put in my travel bag. This was $3.99. And then the last item was this kind of cute little Hedgehog notions case. And this is $7.99. And inside it has a little pair of scissors, a crochet and knitting needle. I think this is meant for knitting, but I'm going to put, you know, various little crochet stitch markers and that kind of thing in there. My yarn threader, a couple needles, and I think that's going to be really cute for my travel bag as well. So that's everything that I got at Hobby Lobby. The total for Hobby Lobby for this haul was $81.38, and that includes, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 14, 15 skeins of yarn, plus the yarn bag, plus my tape measure, and plus this little notions thing. So I think that actually was a really good deal. Hey, I wanted to remind you, don't forget to subscribe if you love yarn and crochet related content like this. Let's get back to it. Next up, we have Michael's, and let me tell you, this was more than I had anticipated getting, but I'm really happy with what I got. So I had been hearing other bloggers, crochet bloggers, talking about the Caron Blossom Cakes as well as the other Caron Cakes that Michael's had available. And I knew that Michael's had a buy one, get one 50% off sale. So I thought, let me go check it out. I'll see what they have, and I'll see what I can get. So the first thing I did was pass their end cap that had these beautiful, beautiful Caron Cakes. So here's a couple of them. And I hadn't gotten these Caron Cakes before, and I'm still a little bit worried about the texture. It's kind of like, it's a little rough. It's like a Red Heart. It feels to me like Red Heart Super Saver, or honestly like Caron 1 pound, just kind of an economy 4-weight yarn, but the colors are so beautiful. So let me show you what colors I got. The first thing I got is 4 of these, and I think this is called, yeah, this is called Mai Tai. And I love the oranges and the purples and the pinks. So these are 407 yards each. That means I have 16 yards in this color, which I think is going to be enough to do maybe a throw size blanket. And I think it really depends on if I'm going to use just this yarn by itself, or if I'm going to try and match up one of these solids and pair it with another solid to make a larger project. So we'll see. I don't have any projects in mind right now for these Caron Cakes, so we'll just have to wait and see. The next color I got is super, super beautiful. It's called Lilac and Lime. And I also got 5 of these. Now, 4 of these came with the label, and I did get the last one that they had, so number 5, that didn't have a label. This was the only Caron Cake that was on sale when I went to Michael's. These were each $5. So the other ones, I can't remember how much they were, but they were not $5. I want to say that they were maybe $9.99 or $10.99, but these were on clearance, and so I got it for $5. So again, really excited to see what I can make with this. I honestly, I think pairing this with one of these neon greens would be kind of cool as a solid, but we'll see. I don't have any projects in mind for any of these Caron Cakes, so as I get to them, then I'll think of something and go from there. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of stock left. I think that they're pretty much cleared out, at least my local Michael's was, on the Caron Cakes. At 400 yards, I really would have liked to have gotten at least 3 cakes of each color. That way I know I can make a decent sized baby blanket. Unfortunately, they didn't have a lot of stock on some of the other colors, but I picked up what I could. So I made sure that on each color I got, I could get at least 2 skeins. And so that's what I got, is 2 skeins of this springtime. I love the pinks and purples, and that light color is like a creamy off-white kind of, or antique white. And so I'm really excited about being able to make a baby blanket or something out of these. I think it's going to be super cute. And the last thing I got at Michael's were 4 skeins of loops and threads yarn. I don't know if you can see the colors here, but it's a super pretty pink and blue and purple and yellow. And these colors, honestly, they remind me of Easter or springtime. And I had never really paid attention to the loops and threads yarn before, but when I feel this, it's just so, so soft. And I'm really attracted to the types of yarns like with these little thick and thin parts. So this one has like these little colored dots that are a little bit thicker. So it already feels so soft, and I'm excited to work with it. It says it's a 4 weight. It seems very thin to me to be a 4 weight. I would guess it's a 3, but they say 4. And yeah, it's super, super pretty. 355 yards each. So, you know, just over 1,200, what is that? 12, 13, 1,400 yards. So I think that'll be enough to make a decent sized baby blanket. You know, they didn't have a white to go with it. So I think what I'll do is maybe pair this with Bernat Bundle Up. I think it's going to be a good match for this. It's got a similar texture, and I believe it has a similar weight. I'll have to look at it when I pull it out. But then I think between these 4 colors and some Bernat Bundle Up in white, this is going to make a gorgeous, gorgeous baby blanket. I just have to find the right pattern. So at Michael's, I spent $132.40, and I believe that was 12 Caron Cakes and 4 skeins of the loops and threads yarn. So my total yarn haul for Thursday at Michael's and Saturday at Hobby Lobby was $213.78. Now, if you watched my previous yarn organization video, you know I'm kind of out of space at home. So my next stop after Michael's was actually Target to pick up a 9-cube organizer. And in my next video, I'm going to get that all set up and get all this yarn put away. So stay tuned for that. It will be coming out probably the day following this video, just so that I have time to both film it and edit, because I still have to set up the whole cube, and it's going to be a whole process. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favorite yarn was in this yarn haul. I'm really excited about all of the new yarns I have to play with, all of the new colors, and I can't wait to sit down and start planning out new patterns that I can use these yarns with and then later show you as tutorials. Until next time, keep calm and crochet on.